Hey everyone, this is Neeber from the Board Game Gateway here with Mr. Damien. How you going, sir?
I'm very well.
We're here doing something a little special for you today. We're doing another board game playthrough. We are playing a 1v1 Undaunted Normandy. We're doing a scenario from the base game here, I believe it's scenario number 3, where we are going mano a mano here on this little battlefield right in front of us. I'm playing the Axis, and Damo here is playing the Allies. Basically, the objective of the game is a bit of a deck builder, so we are going to have to build out our little squads and our armies, and we're having a skirmish on this board. First person to 6 control points, as you can see out here on the board, is the winner. So Damien starts with a little bit of an advantage. He gets 2 points, I'm starting on nothing, but we'll see how the rest of this game goes. I'm pretty excited. I haven't played it, Damien. If you're actually looking at the board and you're going, what's going on? It's like, well, we actually just finished playing it, and now we're actually doing the intro at the end. So if you want to know who wins, you'll have to tune in to see who was able to take out this little battle skirmish here. But Damon, it's going to be a good match, I think.
It is a great game.
It's a great game. It was a great match. You're going to have a great time. We hope you enjoy looking at this game. We are going to have a little bit of a teach as well. Damien is going to teach the game, so if you want to know how to, so you can follow along, feel free to do that. We're going to have a look in the chapters down below, and feel free to skip to the actual game play, which will be at the timestamp, which I'll put on the screen right now. So enjoy the rest of this video, and good luck, Damien.
Likewise, sir. Good luck. Hello everyone! So Neeber and I are about to kick off a game of Undaunted Normandy. Now this game is by David Thompson and Trevor Benjamin. Here in Australia, it is published by Osprey Games. And what it is a war game for those people who may not necessarily be into tabletop miniature war games or scenario-driven historical war games. Those games are great. But what this game does is it brings that style of game, but in the form of a deck builder, which is a ton of fun. It just means that it's really easy to pick up, comes in a super small box, only requires this much space, it is head-to-head, and it's a good one. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to give everyone, and Neeber included, quick rundown on what the game is, quick teach, particularly for this scenario. The scenario we are playing here is Scenario 3, Raid Across the Canal. The game itself, I believe, comes with 12 different scenarios.
The base game has 12 scenarios.
And the cool thing about it is that you play the game either as the Axis or the Allies, and you could effectively play through the 12 scenarios over a number of sessions and then just turn around and swap seats and go again. So there's heaps of game in this little box.
And so in this game, I will be playing as the Axis in this one.
Yep.
And you will be playing as the Allies for this one.
So the goal of the game is, so for every scenario will have a different goal. But the goal for this scenario is to have 6 points worth of control points. Now they are denoted by these markers here. I start off with a bit of an advantage. I start off with a control of 2, and the reason why I know I have control is I have that token flipped over to the star in my case. In the case of the Axis, it is the Axis symbol. And it basically means that I control this area. That area is worth 2 points. I'm currently on 2. The Axis player, Neeber in this case, is still on 0. But if you have a look at this map, just before we dig into the teach, for me to get the other points, I either need to go closer into Neeber's territory, or I need to run across here, and that is actually easier said than done. Whereas in Neeber's case, yes, he starts off with no points, but he's only 2 spaces away from a 3-point field, and then he has 3 single-point fields across here. And because he's allowed, because he is maybe incentivized to split up, it might be harder for me to defend. So
the theme of the scenario that we're about to play and what the teach will involve is that the Axis are ambushing the Allies, and so therefore I win this game if I can control the river right near where they've set up their base. Yep. That's essentially how it is, and the Allies are trying to either fend off that particular push at the river or give themselves an out by running our way through and to fight another battle.
That's
so
right.
Take your pick.
So every scenario will also tell you how to actually set up your deck, and I'll just show an example of the book just to our camera here. So the book will show both the US and the Germany decks, and it actually says, so if it's a D, it means it starts off in your deck. If it's an S, that means those cards start off in your supply. So your supply is effectively your own personal card market. So if anyone out there who has played a deck builder in the past, you'll know all about sort of card markets and how you improve the quality of your deck. We all have our own card market. Now, our card markets are, for all intent and purpose, identical.
Especially in this particular scenario, which would be one of the introductory scenarios of the game.
That's right. But the cards are ours. They only go into our decks. Okay, so what we have here, I have my US deck. Neeber has his Germany deck. And we also start with a series of tokens on the board. These tokens represent cards that we have in our deck. So we have our Scout B, for instance. That represents a troop of scouts in platoon B.
It's very important that there is a difference between A and B.
That's right. And there's also C in this deck. So for other scenarios, there'll be 3 different platoons. The reason why that it'll be clear once we go through the cards why that's important. But the terminology here is very, very deliberate. And again, it will make sense in a second. So our deck has Rifleman A and Scout A, as well as Rifleman B and Scout B. In addition, we also have our Scout leaders. So we have
Squad leaders.
Squad leaders, apologies. I am trying to find, here we go. We have our Squad leader A and our Squad leader B. Our squad leaders, they are special units in charge of either Squad A or Squad B. In addition, we also have our platoon sergeant. Our platoon sergeant is in charge of everyone. Also the strongest card in your deck. You only have one of each of these. Platoon sergeant is especially strong. And then finally, it wouldn't be a deck builder without the cards that clog up your deck. We have Fog of War cards. Our deck starts off with 2 Fog of War cards. And again, these don't do anything other than clog up your deck. Okay, so what are you doing in this game? Well, like I said, we are trying to get to control points and control those points. How do we do that? We do that by playing cards from our hand. So every round, we will go through 3 phases. The first phase is where we try for initiative. The way that works is we would draw from our deck 4 cards, and then secretly we would play 1 card face down. And then we flip. Now, Neeber has an initiative of 7. I have an initiative of 6. That means Neeber would claim initiative.
If it was the other way around and Damien had played 7 and I had played 6, it is now and now he takes control.
That's right. So whoever has initiative gets to go first.
Let's say for the sake of the teach, you did get it.
Yeah. So let's say in this case I've gone first. Now the other 3 cards I happen to have in my hand are these 3 here. Now the card that I played for initiative, that goes to my discard. That is no longer available to me to play during this round.
And that's really painful when it's a very good card.
Yeah, it sucks when it is horrible when all you have are terrible cards in your hand, and it's equally horrible when all you have are really good cards in your hand and you know you have to throw one of them away.
Absolutely.
So, the 3 cards that I have in my hand. The rules are, second phase is playing cards. You have to play all the cards in your hand, okay? You can choose to not play one of those cards and hunker down. I've never ever seen a reason to do that. So I typically don't teach that rule, but yes, you can. But for simplicity's sake, you get to choose the order that you'd like to play the cards. That is really, really important. I'll explain some scenarios here. But when you play the cards have a little bit of information. First of all, they have the name of the token that they represent. So what you're saying is, I'm playing this card, that means I'm going to interact with that token on your board. So in this case, I'm interacting with Scout A over here. Of the things that I can do with Scout A, I can scout, attack, recon, or conceal. Okay. Scouting is likely the most common action you perform with a scout. It's in the name. And what's scouting here? So scout 2, what that means is I can move my scout 2 steps in any direction, so across 2 squares, and then any squares that do not have this scout symbol on it, I then can put a new scout symbol here. So let's say I was go this way, I would drop a scout symbol there.
Why is that important, Damien, that they have to put a binocular down on
The reason
board?
being is that you cannot move other units into areas that have not been scouted already. Okay?
So that means I couldn't move this rifleman into this space here because there is
Exactly right.
it hasn't been scouted yet.
Exactly right. So if let's say we wanted to play the rifleman B and I wanted to go over here, I can't because it hasn't been scouted.
Because you can't move there because it hasn't been scouted.
That's right.
Okay.
So when you scout though, for every binoculars token, again maximum of 2 that you can put on the board, you take a Fog of War card, and that goes into your discard pile.
So in this instance, you only put 1 binocular on the board, so you take 1.
Yes.
But had you gone, say, for example, here and here, you would have had to take 2 fog of war.
That's right.
Okay.
Thematically, what that represents is that you are heading into the fog. You are heading into unknown territory, okay? And it is slowing you down.
Yep.
Okay, because scouts typically move very, very slowly. So, that is scouting. The other thing you can do with the scout is attack. I'm going to leave attack to the very end.
Because everyone, most units can attack, so we'll
Most
explain
units
that how
can,
we get
yes.
towards the end.
You can also recon. Recon, what that allows you to do, if you happen to have a Fog of War card in your hand, let's say hypothetically.
Which will happen often.
Yes. Let's say hypothetically I had that in my hand instead of the platoon sergeant.
Yep.
I could, instead of scouting, because the important thing is I can only pick one of these actions.
Yep.
I can choose to throw this and put that back in the market. Okay?
Cleaning up your deck and therefore making it easier to get other cards. Yep.
The other thing you can do with Scout is Conceal. Conceal's a fun one. What that forces your opponent to do is take a Fog of War card from their market and put that in their discard pile. So you can be annoying with Scouts as well. Okay, that is Scouts. The next type of card that you will see a lot in this scenario, and actually in all scenarios, are Riflemen. The reason being is for this action here, Control. Riflemen are the only units in the game that can control areas, and the majority of the scenarios in this game require controlling areas. So your Riflemen are super important. But again, Riflemen, they have the same sort of details. They have the name, the squad that they belong to, or the platoon rather. Sorry, no, I said it right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Squad. And Riflemen can either move, and they can move 1 space, so denoted by the 1. They can attack, or they can control. And control means you are flipping your binoculars over to the controlled side. That's really it. That's it.
So controlling, there'd be no reason for us to necessarily control these areas, but controlling an area with victory points is very important.
Yes.
So that's why we want to move them into an area with victory points and control. So in this particular instance, the score is now 2 points to 1.
That's right.
Because of where our control tokens lie.
That's right. That is correct. Now, before I talk about the platoon sergeant, let's talk about the squad leaders. So, squad leader A and squad leader B, as well as squad leader C in other scenarios, they all work the same. The only difference between the two is that squad leader A can only interact with A squad cards, and squad leader B can only interact with B squad leader cards.
Yep.
So the way squad leader cards work is, if we go back to the previous scenario where I had played my scout, let's say I had squad leader A in my hand. What squad leader A allows me to do is have the scout take an additional action. Okay?
By using the Inspire.
The Inspire.
Okay.
So the Inspire action says that I can take 1 additional action with any A card
That you've already played.
I've already played. That's
Yeah,
right.
okay.
So for instance, in this scenario, in this case, I said, or Scout was going to scout twice. Maybe I'll ask Scout to scout 1 more time. Okay, just to get over there. The other thing you can do with squad leader is bolster. Bolster is how you purchase cards from the card market. But again, I can only purchase cards that are part of the A squad. And that, in this scenario here, is anything from
Machine gunners.
which we haven't spoken about yet, riflemen,
or scouts.
or more scouts. Okay, and the way that works, in this case, I purchased 2 of them. Let's say I want to take a machine gunner and a rifleman. They go straight into your discard pile. They don't go to the top of your deck. They go straight to your discard pile or waiting to be shuffled in again.
So there's no purchase cost for these cards in this
Nope.
game. It's just you play the bolster action and then you can take some more into
That's
your
right.
deck. Okay.
Yes. Squad leader B works exactly the same way, except in this scenario, let's say I played squad leader B after playing squad leader A. it wouldn't do anything for me. I couldn't inspire with it. The only thing I could do is bolster with it, and I'd use it to only bolster B cards. Okay.
I will say, hunkering down in this scenario may be the only reason why. Because if you have a squad leader B and you've only played A cards and you don't want to buy any more B cards, you could just hunker down and just play your squad leader and say, I'm not going to play this card.
Exactly right.
That would probably be the only reason why you'd want to hunker down, I will say, for this game, I think.
Because one thing to keep in mind, everyone, is...
It is a deck builder, as you said. So
and it is possible that you can just clog up your deck with just too many cards.
You kind of want a lean, mean, fighting machine sort of deck,
You can very much have too much of a good thing in this game.
Okay.
Okay, now we are going to talk about
the machine gunner
next. So machine gunner, again, they come in both A and B in this scenario, and they do also come in C in other scenarios. They are exactly the same otherwise. They can move one space, just like your rifleman.
Into scouted areas.
They can also attack. When they attack, they roll 2 dice instead of 1. So
I think it's a good moment that we actually define what attacking is. And
so what attacking is, so if we have a look at the gunner versus the rifleman, there's a different number. The rifleman has attack 1. The gunner has attack 2. The number in this case denotes the number of dice you get to roll.
Yep.
Okay? So in the case of the machine gunner, we get to attack. So we are rolling 2 dice.
Yep.
Now, if you successfully hit on 2 dice, it still only counts as 1 attack. It just means you're increasing your odds of successfully hitting.
So I need to hit a specific number. So what number do I need to hit on that roll?
So in the case of attacking, the first thing you do is you have to declare which unit you are attacking.
Let's set up a scenario here. So Rifleman A is going to be shooting at my Rifleman A sitting here. So these two units will be shooting at each other. So let's talk about that.
To calculate the attack, you first need to calculate the shield value or the defense value.
So my Rifleman has a shield value of 4.
The next thing you look is your region value or your area value. It currently has a shield value of 0, so it's still at 4.
Yep.
And the next thing you calculate is range, and that adds to the shield value. So in this case, range is 1, 2.
Because I'm 2 squares away.
Exactly right. So I would need to hit on a total of 6 on one of these dice. Okay. So if I'm attacking with my rifleman instead of my gunner,
he's rolling 1 dice to hit on 6.
And it's a miss.
5 is less than 6, so you miss and nothing happens.
Right. Nothing happens.
What if you rolled and it was a hit? Say in this instance, it was 9.
And this is where the best part of the game comes in. So, in the event of a hit, you'll notice that there are multiple copies of the same type of card.
Yep.
If you successfully hit your opponent,
what
they first need to do is check their hand for any copies of that card. So in this case, let's say Neeber had a copy of Rifleman A in their hand.
I have a copy of Rifleman A in my hand, and now
that card is removed from the game altogether.
Not discarded.
Not discarded, it is removed from the game.
Away he goes. If
he did not have a card in his hand, he would have to check his discard pile.
I do not have it in my hand, so next I have to check my discard pile. I had a Rifleman in there, so I still get him around.
It is removed out of the game.
Fantastic.
If it is not in his discard pile, he has to check his deck. Now, checking the deck, if it's in your deck, you remove it and then you reshuffle your deck. If, however, it is not in your deck either, that token comes off the board and every single copy of that card that's currently in your market, so all of these are also removed from the game.
So in this particular instance, I had four more Rifleman A that I could have brought into the game. But because you killed my token before I had a chance to bring them into my hand, they're out.
Yes.
They are gone.
So thematically, what that signifies is that unit is dead.
The whole squad, you wiped the squad out.
The whole squad's gone. Okay. They weren't able to reinforce in time, and that's it.
That sounds like that would hurt a lot.
It does. Especially in the case of your rifleman, it is the only unit that can control.
Yep.
It then means you are relying on one squad to control all the areas.
And your opponent knows that you are relying on one squad.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So that is attacking. Attacking is a ton of fun. And it is also the reason why initiative is really, really important in this game, because if it turns out that you have initiative and you go first and you attack successfully a card that your opponent has in their hand, it means that they wouldn't have 3 cards left to play on their turn. They'd only have 2 cards left in their turn. And if it turns out one of those cards was a Fog of War card, they may only have one card to play on.
That may not sound like a lot to people who haven't played a lot of deck builders, but I can assure you that is a lot. You've lost nearly 50% of your actions in one turn. That can be a big thing.
And in a game where action efficiency is really, really important, it really does hurt. Limiting your moves.
So the machine gunner has one final thing as well, Damo.
Yes.
So attacking is basically the main way that you can basically kill your opponent's units, but also cause them to lose actions in the game. And they've got one final action.
We'll bring the rifleman back in. So let's say I used my gunner instead.
Machine gunner A.
Machine gunner A.
There he is.
There he is. Okay. So let's say I had machine gunner A, and I said instead of attacking, I'm going to suppress. So suppress 4. So just like attacking. We are rolling 4 dice in this case. That's what the number represents. However, what we are doing is we are providing covering fire in this case. And we are just firing in that direction. So defense value is calculated the same way. It is 4 plus 0 plus 1, 2. So it's 6. And all that happens in this case is I roll. And we actually got a couple of hits there. What happens there is the token actually gets flipped. What that represents is that the token is inactivated. It hasn't been killed, it's just stuck. Okay, can't do anything until your opponent plays a card that matches that token. Then at that point, the token will flip over. What suppression does is that it forces your opponent to just play a card as a dead action.
Just to reactivate it.
That's it. Just to reactivate that token.
Yeah.
Suppressing is really annoying in this game, but it's great.
I can imagine so.
But it is great. Okay, so those are the machine gunners.
That's all of the cards, I believe.
We've got one more.
One more action we're going to go through.
The big boss, the platoon sergeant. Platoon sergeant is the only card in the game that allows you to draw additional cards from your deck, and that is the command portion. So it means that on a turn, if you play your platoon sergeant, you can actually take 2 additional cards from your deck, which means net benefit is you gain an additional action. But that could be super important, especially since typically you'll play that first, and then it allows you to potentially come up with better combos. And the other thing you can do with platoon sergeant is you can bolster. Now that is exactly the same as your squad leaders, but the difference is when you bolster, first of all, you don't bolster 2 cards like you do with squad leaders.
Bolster 3.
Bolster 3, and there are no limits. You can bolster any card that is available.
So I can go both squad A, both squad B, or squad C in the case of further missions.
Exactly right.
Fantastic.
Exactly right. And that, my friends, is how you play Undaunted.
So once, and then very much standard deck builder, once you've played all your cards, you redraw another 4. You play your initiative, and if you need to shuffle, if you need to draw 4 and you can't, you shuffle and bring it back.
Shuffle up, bring it back. It is all those policies still apply as per standard deck builders.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a great fun one. So Damien, thank you so much for the teach.
Not a problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this teach and you've made it this far, we now have a gameplay for you. So make sure you check out a match where myself and Damien actually play this scenario head to head. He will be playing the allies as the teach, and I will be playing the actors, and we will see who can hold the scenario, the raid across the canal. So I think we're in for a good one. Right, we'll see you then. Thank you so much.
See you all.
Starting initiative, Germany.
There we go.
Jeez. Yeah, because I'm the one mounting the counterattack, surely.
Yeah, so that's yours.
Alright, thank you very much. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Board Game Gateway's playthrough of Undaunted Normandy. I'm Neeber. That's Damien.
Hi.
You may have just watched a little bit of his teaching of me. That's not a great teach, he will say. He's much better at teaching than normal. But if you wanted to watch that, great. I'm going to put that at the end. So we're going to put a chapter at the end of this video. So I'm going to cut it together in a weird way. So if you want to watch the teach, watch it right at the end. Then skip back to here. That's great.
Okay. So this is our first round. And what we will do is let's talk through our turns. I will talk through mine. And then we'll get a little bit quieter and quieter as the game plays on.
I'm sure.
And then the shit talking begins.
But we'll make sure that I try and put some. I'm making myself more work here because I'm gonna have to put some like editor's note down the bottom of like things that are happening.
Yeah. Okay. So first thing we do at the beginning of every round, we have to play for initiative. So you pick one card, you play it face down, and then we flip.
5.
7.
Ooh.
So I have initiative. Thank you very much.
And so this card just goes to our discard pile.
That's right.
Yep,
That
discard.
gets discarded.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just going to do that over here.
Now, the first thing I'm going
No,
to
I'm
do
not gonna do that. That's gonna kill me if I do that.
is we are going to scout. Scout A. So my scout, I'm going to scout for 2.
So you're a scout.
1, 2.
So that means now you have to put down 2 scouting. So that means you can move into those tiles.
Yes.
But now you also get 2 Fog of War
Fog
cards.
of War cards that go straight into my discard.
Yep.
Okay.
And units can only move into scouted tiles.
That's right. Yes. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play my bolster command. Yeah, and
You would. Bolstering. So bolstering, if you haven't watched the play, is basically the way that he's going to be able to get some more of his cards into cards into his deck, which he currently has. So he's currently making the decision about which troops he'd like to have in his deck, or is it drawing?
No, I might draw actually. I'm going to command.
So that's using the command action.
So I've drawn 2 cards.
So commanding allows him to draw 2 more cards. Now he has an extra 2 cards, which is, I gotta say, for your very first game, you're not going to hold back any punches. And I already know it's already going to happen.
Rifleman B and Rifleman A, they are both going to move now. So they're going to go there and there, respectively.
Okay.
And my last card's a Fog of War.
Fantastic. Well, so this is my very first turn of. So my first card is going to be the Fog of War card. So I'm not going to hold any suspense. I've got 2 cards in my hand. So the first thing that I can do, is I think I would like to. I don't know if this is. I'm going to attack Rifleman A using Scout B.
Mm-hmm.
So that means he rolls with 1. So
That's
that means
right.
your Rifleman is 4, 5, 6. So I need to roll on 6 or up. So
Yes.
6. So it's a 50-50 shot here that I hit this. No. I missed. But I'm going to have another shot with my Rifleman. I'm going to shoot him again. I'm going to give up some board position here, but to try and take down one of his Riflemen. Because his Rifleman won't be in his hand. It'll be somewhere else. We'll see if we can get it. 6 or up. 6 hits. Bang. So now he has to look.
So Rifleman A is out of the game.
So I shoot Rifleman A. So his Rifleman A chit is still on the board.
Yes.
But because I know he doesn't have another. Do you have to start with 2 of them in your hand?
We all start with 1.
Right. So if I was to shoot Rifleman A once more before he's able to get another one into his hand, his Rifleman squad A is out of the game.
Yes.
Right, so that's the end of the first round.
That's it.
There we go. But the other thing that I have done is I've made his deck a bit more meaner by actually getting rid of 1 card out of there. So we'll see how that goes.
I've got 4 Fog of War cards in here now.
What am I going to do here? I'm going to play that card for my initiative. So we go back to our initiative phase.
Yep.
And I'm going to play that one there. Straight up. 3, 2, 1, reveal. 7.
7 again. Okay. So, what we are going to do is we are going to. How aggressive do I want to be?
You can be very aggressive if you want.
I could be really aggressive.
Depending on how this first match goes, we may have to do a best of 3. Just putting that one out there for all the people watching at home, but that is.
I could get super aggressive.
I know that maybe people who've played this before go, you didn't take any board presents, you idiot. So what happens? Is there a way, can we put people in, Riflemen in the same head? That's fine. They can
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it just means that
the range is closer.
The range is closer, so range is not a factor unless there is a shield bonus on the terrain. For instance, the woods over here has a shield bonus
of 3. Yeah.
So it would mean that you'd still have to hit on 7s.
Okay, yeah, because it's obviously harder to hit each other.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to work out whether I want to scout and be super aggressive,
or you're just going to move forward and try and claim control in the front in the river.
No, well, it's my scout B, so he's still all the way over here. but I could start getting into head that way.
Towards the 2-pointer.
Yeah, and we could make this a very, very quick game.
Go on, if you want to. You're welcome to.
But at the same time, I also really want to get rid of my Fog of War cards. Let's get rid of my Fog of War cards. I'm going to be lazy. Now, my last card is a Squad Leader B. So my options are I can either bolster, which allows me to take
a few cards.
B cards from my supply.
Because it is bolster B, not bolster A.
That's right. And add them to my discard pile. Or I could inspire a B card. So I could actually inspire my scout to do something else.
You going to have a ping?
No. It's 1, 2, 3, 7. No.
Okay.
No. That just feels like a dead action. But what we're going to bolster.
Okay.
So I'm going to take a couple machine gunners.
From Squad B.
From Squad B.
Fair enough. Alright, so it's my turn, so I'm going to start again. I got my other Fog of War, that's going to go there. Then I'm going to play my Platoon Sergeant. Now what I would like to do is I would like to actually bolster, so I can grab 3 guys.
Yes.
So I'm going to grab Machine Gunner A, Machine Gunner B, and I'm actually going to grab a Rifleman A. I'll grab those.
Backing up his Rifleman.
I'm going to get those guys. So that'll be there. And then my final action is to play my Scout. And I'm actually going to conceal, so you can take that Fog of War card that you just took and put it back in your deck, please.
That's just meanie pants.
So I'm going to do that. So conceal in this game is the ability for me to tell him to put a Fog of War into his discard pile. And I chose that specifically because I knew he was about to shuffle his discard pile, as am I. I'm about to do that, so I can get my final card and I can shuffle this. And I draw 3 more.
Yeah.
So Damien at this point, so we're 2 turns in now. Damien's got a lot of the board position, which I haven't moved, but I'm hoping that my ambush, which is no longer a surprise ambush, I guess, but now it's like the idea of that I'm trying to maybe clog up his deck a bit more and maybe allow me to get to a point now. Damien has got control of the initiative.
Will it help? Will it make you feel better if I act surprised?
Look, it would make me feel better. I don't know, maybe. I'm going to go with that. We'll see how we go. 3, 2, 1, reveal. My Platoon Sergeant.
Oh, yes.
I just played him, and I don't know if I wanted to play him again. I mean, I could have, but I mean, I think I'm going to have to do some stuff. So, the first thing that I'm going to do, however, is I'm going to scout with my scout. He can scout up to 2, so he is Scout A. So I'm going to go from here. 1. Actually, I'm going to go scout. So does this count as a scout action because I've already done that? But it's only 2 movement, isn't it?
It's 2 movement, so you can scout. So you scout 2 tiles away. So so you could. I don't know why you would, but you maybe I'm giving away too much. I'd like, for instance, you could come here and say scout there and there.
Yep.
Don't know why.
But I could. Yep. Okay. Well, actually, what I'm going to do then for this case, what I will do. I'm going to have to go. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to scout over to the 3-point zone over here on the right hand side. So that means I get the scout token over here. That means I get a Fog of War, which is there, goes into my discard pile. It's my first action. The second action that I'm going to do is I'm going to move my Rifleman A. He's going to move over here. He's going to sit there getting ready to go because that's his one action. So I could have chosen to attack if I wanted to. Could have had a ping. I got that. And then I've got my Squad Leader B. A Squad Leader of B. His name is Gunther Hans, I believe. That's his name. Gunther! We are going to... Well, I can't inspire because I don't have any more B cards here on the deck. They're A cards. So I can only bolster 2B.
Yes.
So I'm going to take a B soldier, a rifleman, sorry, I should be specific. And you know what? I'm going to take 1 more B. I'm going to get some rifleman cards in here because I feel like they could become very useful. That's the end of my turn.
Nice. Alright, so I start off with a Fog of War. Rifleman B, I'm going to use him to control. So that now is a control. I'm on 4 points.
So can you ever lose control of that? If I control it,
exactly,
that would flip over to the binocular because you've scouted it. But
well, no, yes. So mine would flip over to the binocular,
and I'd have the control.
Yeah, so you'd still have to scout it first.
Yep.
Okay.
That's fine.
But mine would flip over.
So you are currently 2/3 of the way to winning this game.
Yes.
Yep.
And then finally, I'm going to take Platoon Sergeant, and I'm going to use it to bolster. I'm going to grab 1, 2 rifles.
Interesting. You could have played your Platoon Sergeant this turn to hold initiative, but you didn't think you needed it.
No. And then... Ooh, let's get another rifleman in there.
Alright. End of turn 3. Now we move on to turn 4.
I may have just clogged up my deck too much, but we'll find
We
out.
will find out.
Sucks that I don't know what those 2 cards are.
Which ones?
The first 2 that I drew.
Someone keeps an eye on his deck.
Yeah.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Wow.
Yep.
Interesting. He let that one go, and now I feel... Oh, look, I don't know if I feel stupid about that. You'll see why in a second. First one is my Fog of War, but the next one is my Machine Gunner. And I am going to suppress.
Okay, so we're going to check one rule. So first of all, your Machine Gunner has to come on the field. Okay.
Fantastic. That's Machine Gunner B. I'm going to put him right there.
So we are going to make sure that you can do that because, like I said,
I want to make sure
you don't control that area.
So I can't suppress from someone I don't control?
No, you can't bring... As far as I know, you can't bring in units from an area that you do not control.
Oh, well, that's the case. Don't worry.
But I want to double check that.
Let's do that right now. I'm fast forwarding this right now. So
yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Damien goes for a rules classification right now.
Yes. Apologies. When you take a card action with a combat card and the corresponding combat counter is not on the board, immediately place the counter on the board on a space indicated by the relevant spawn marker. Then perform the action as normal. No, you don't need to control it. So,
fantastic.
Spawn marker.
One of these things, I'm assuming, or this? Or...
No, it's that. So
it is that? Oh, yep. All come into there. Because you could have an A or a B.
That's right. There are other markers.
Yeah, they're over here.
So yes, like you have
sniper,
mortar
mortars,
and sniper
AB,
and stuff like
fair
that.
enough.
Yep. I just wanted to make sure.
No, that's fair enough. So that's my. So he's going to suppress Rifleman A.
Yes.
So to suppress in this game, I roll 4 dice.
Yep.
And again, it's the same thing. So you're 4 and 2 away, so 6 and up. So I just need 1 to hit.
1 has to hit.
God, 50-50 shot on 4 dice. Come on, please, statistical analysis.
1 hit.
Oh, no, God. Oh, God. That was so close.
That's pretty
oh, no. So he is now suppressed.
That's
that means he can't... Now, the suppressed unit cannot do anything unless he plays a Rifleman A from his hand.
That's right.
So then, to follow up, I'm going to play Rifleman B. And he... I'm going to move my Rifleman B. I'm going to move him into that area of the game. I have not scouted that area. You're right. So in that case, what I am going to do is I'm going to have a ping. I really want to shoot Rifleman A again, but can I hit them if they're suppressed?
Yeah, absolutely.
Stuff it. Let's do that. I'm going to shoot Rifleman A. You know what? They've been copping a battering this squad. I'm going to give it a go. So again, hitting on 6 or up, 6, 7, 8, 9, or a 0 is the hitting marker. Here we go. No, it misses. I have terrible dice today, but that is okay, and that is my turn. All sorted.
Okay. That would have sucked, and I'll show you why.
Because you didn't have it?
If you had hit...
You have 2 of them in your hand?
that, and I've only got that.
Oh, no! And that's his turn. He's brought him back. That would have sucked for you. That really would have, yeah. Alright, we go into turn number 5. Here we go. What have we got in our hands? Yep. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Yeah, I thought so.
Where's my thingy? There's my thingy.
I didn't know if you had... Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Ding. So, first thing we are going to do is we are going to play Machine Gun B.
Uh-oh. Here comes his machine gunner. Do, 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 do. There it is.
Okay, and we are also going to attack or suppress. Whoa.
So machine gunners attack on 2 dice as well.
Yeah. Because we attack, so that's 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3.
It's all 3.
We did on 7. It's not
7
impossible.
Oh, no. It's 40% chance.
It's not impossible. Let's suppress. Suppress is more annoying.
Suppress on 7.
Suppressing on Rifleman A.
On 7. Does get the suppress.
Ah, it's twice. No, I'm just joking. No, just once. I should have attacked. I just rolled those 2 dice.
Yeah, it could have.
Okay. Then the next thing we are going to do with Rifleman B is we are going to take a pot shot. I am going to attack your gunner.
1, 2, 3 away. And it's 4.
7.
7 are up with 1 dice.
1 dice.
Oi, that does hurt. Rifleman B. So gunner B.
Gunner B.
That is 1 machine gunner B out of the game.
Wow. And then I'm going to use my squad leader B to inspire.
Is which one? Machine gunner?
I'm going to use it to inspire Rifleman B.
He hit. Why not go again?
To attack. Let's attack your gunner again.
Go for it.
That's another hit.
That, my friends, is a very good move. And the reason is...
The gunner is out, and there are no more gunners.
Gunner B. I had no more in my deck. See, look, it's not improbable. 40% chance. What are you complaining about over there? Now my turn to retaliate.
Go for it.
There's a fog of war. Do I want to use... I am going to use my scout to recon, to get rid of that fog of war. Then I would like to use my machine gunner A, which has now come onto the board.
Just got rid of a gunner.
I know, and he's back. And he's pissed off. I am going to... I'm actually going to... Oh, geez, how do I... I'm going to attack your Rifleman A.
Okay.
So I've got 2 dice. It hits on 6, because you're 2 away, plus 4, which is your shield rating.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 6. 2 dice at 6 are up. I need... If I hit twice, is that 2 cards?
No, it's
Just 1 hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's a hit.
That's
Rifleman A finally will take another shot in the chest.
Rifleman A.
There we go. Fantastic. That's the end of my turn, because that was my 2 cards.
It is quite snappy, this game.
It is very snappy, this game, and I feel like I... Let me just mute that. I feel like it's actually very close.
Yeah,
like in a weird sort of way. Like I see why so many people fawn over this game. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, so do I.
I really do feel that one. Okay, I'll give that a go. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Platoon leader.
Whoa.
I'm going to be taking initiative back from this.
Okay.
The first thing that I would like to do is I'm going to move Scout B. I'm going to scout using Scout B. I'm going to go 1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to scout up that and that.
Yep. So you take 2
And I
Fog
take
of War.
2 Fog of War cards and add them to there. Then I'm going to play Machine Gunner A.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to attack Rifleman A again.
Cool.
So I hit again, 2 dice, hitting on 6 or up.
Mm-hmm. That's a miss.
That is a miss. However, I do have Squad Leader A, and he is going to inspire Machine Gunner A to have another shot.
Yeah.
A 6 or up, 2 dice. Oh, a 0 and an 8, so he has to go looking through to get another Rifleman A.
Ain't no there.
Oh, I thought I had it. He's gonna. We were close. We were close. So that means I know now, from a gameplay perspective, I know Damien has no more Rifleman A in his deck at the moment. Yeah. So I know that can't move. That's something to keep in mind. That's the end of my turn. It is with you, sir.
Alright, so we've got a Fog of War. I'm going to play Rifleman B to then take a shot at... Ooh. I'm going to take a shot at your Rifleman B.
Ooh. Alright, so he's hitting on 7 or up. Because it's 4 shields on my Rifleman plus 1, 2, 3 distance away. 7 or up. One shot?
One shot, sorry.
I was going to say, it's not a machine gunner. Jeez. Woo.
Close.
Woo.
Alright. And then I'm going to use my machine gunner.
There he is.
To suppress Rifleman B.
Fair enough. A lot of suppressing going on at the moment. There it is. He hits with a couple of big ones there. So Rifleman B is now suppressed. So I have 2 of my Rifleman units are now both suppressed. Which is great. Not great at all. Three, 2, 1, reveal. Both played a Fog of War. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is going to play a Rifleman B to unsuppress him. Then, I would like to play Rifleman B. And I'm going to move him forward. Then, I would like to inspire with my squad leader.
Yep.
Rifleman B. And I'm going to... do I want to attack or do I want the point? Oh, it's a tough choice. It really is a tough choice here because I need the control. See, the thing is, my mind is saying at the moment, I need the points to win the game. But I also want to try and weaken you so that you are hemmed at the moment. Because I know you're not going to go over here until your scout goes first, which could be this turn, I don't know. But I also want to take control of this sector of the map, which
is fair.
Which is fair. I think I'm going to have a ping at Gunner B.
Ooh.
I'm going to have a ping at Gunner B, which is going to be 6. So it's 4 plus 2 distance.
Yep.
6 are up. I'm going to have a ping at Gunner B. I think. No, miss. And that is my turn.
Alright. Scout.
Scout B. There he goes.
Scouting.
Out he goes. So take a Fog of War card, sir, to your discard.
And then there's my other Fog of War. And then I'm going to play my platoon shots. Yeah, Sergeant.
Your platoon sergeant.
Sergeant.
He's sergeant. That's what he's taking, guys.
To then do that.
Yep.
And that.
Fantastic. Good turn. Alright, moving on.
I don't play any of these cards. They're all good.
Ooh. You gotta make a choice, Demo. Well, how about it, big boy?
Give me that bloody turn. Alright, first thing we're doing.
Scout A.
He's taking a shot at Rifleman.
Of course he is. So he's hitting on 5.
Yeah.
5 are up. He misses with a 4. Woo!
Okay. Rifleman B is also going to attack. He's attacking Rifleman B.
Rifleman B hits on 6 or up.
6 are up.
Misses again with a 5.
We're going to inspire and go
He's
again.
going again. 6 are up.
Oh my god. Terrible rolling.
The axis. So, alright, well. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to unsuppress Rifleman A.
Yep.
Then I am going to control with Rifleman B. I'm going to grab a victory point. I don't have one yet. And I'm then going to have... I think I want to have a ping with Rifleman A. He's going to have a shot at Rifleman A. So he's going to hit on 6, right?
Yep. Don't use that die, it's broken.
This one? Alright, well, I'm definitely going to use it now. Oh, 7. And that's a hit. Rifleman A. Your Rifleman A squad has been copping a beating this game. Alright.
Oh. This guy.
So if you're watching this game now and you're thinking, it looks like a really interesting there is a lot of strategy choices here, because what you may not be seeing, or what we haven't really talked about at this point in the game, is that you can actually watch what the other person is playing, and you can kind of get a sense of, okay, maybe I should play my Fog of War as an initiative now, maybe I can get away with it, or maybe I should be playing my Scout here because that will help me get more of a, I don't know, the chance. There's a lot of actual... Oh, I just saw what that card was. I will, you know what? No, I'll cop that because it was that, and we'll have a look. And that can be something in this game which may not be coming through on camera at the moment, but I'm literally sitting here going, I'm so sad that I lost Gunner B.
Yeah.
I'm so sad I don't have that machine gunner in my arsenal at all. All right, the initiative, here we go, is my Scout. I'll take the initiative back for this battle. Like that goes to there. I'm just going to start with my Fog of War. Then I am going to play... I'm going to play Command to grab 2 cards from my deck. One of which is another Fog of War. So I've now played 2 of them, which is not great. I would have liked another card, but it's okay. I'm going to use my Rifleman B, and he's going to have a shot at look, you know what, let's just keep it on. Let's keep Rifleman A. Let's go. You know what, he's been in that field. His Rifleman A has been in that field all day. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. That's a hit with an 8. I don't think you have any more Rifleman A cards in your deck. Ah! Alright, now Rifleman A gets a ping. Yeah, let's keep it on. Let's just keep the fire. Let's just keep the fight on. We've got control of the river. We're firing at Rifleman A again.
Yep.
We're just gonna keep it on. No, he missed. Finally, they finally got a bit of a break. And that is the end of my turn.
Okay, so getting rid of Fog of War. Playing Machine Gunner, I am going to suppress.
Which one?
Rifleman B.
Rifleman B. Have a roll. You need to hit on 7 or up, sir. 4 dice. He gets it on 3 of them.
That'll do.
There you go. My Rifleman B is now suppressed.
And then Rifleman B,
over here,
going to take a shot.
Who are you going to shoot at, sir? What are you thinking?
Oh, actually, no. He's
Or is he? Or is he going to move?
Maybe.
Now, no, Damien does only have very limited spaces he can move. He can only move here, or he can come back this way if he feels like it, which potentially could be a play. But he can only move 1 space. Rifleman do not have that.
I'm going to do that. I'm gonna move there.
He's going for it. He's going for the win. He's going to try and eventually move that Rifleman all the way back into that back spot. So, let's see what we can do here. So, we're now in the initiative phase once again. And I'm going to play this card here. Damien still has to pick. So Damien's in a very interesting spot. I think in the first phase's battle, he had a good positional thing, and then due to some luck in the dice rolls, I've now gained a bit of a foothold. So I can't tell you exactly what he's thinking, but I do think he thinks he may be on a timer. We both played a Scout for initiative, so initiative stays with moi. What I'm going to do is play Rifleman B to unsuppress him.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to play Rifleman B to have a shot. I think I need to shoot Scout B. I'm going to shoot Scout B.
That's 7.
7 or up. It's a 40% chance to hit. Oh!
So close.
Then I've got Rifleman A. He's going to have a ping. And I'm going to shoot Rifleman A. I'm just going to keep on that. I wanted to have a ping of that Scout if I could get it. Or do I keep on with a Scout? That'd still be 7 or up. No, I'm going to shoot Rifleman A. Because if you've got a squad leader coming up, then you can use him to shoot me or move, which I don't want. I want Rifleman A out of here. So I'm going to shoot. So that's 6 or up using Rifleman A. 4 plus 2. 1, 2. It's a 5. He misses. So that's unfortunate for me, and that is my turn. It's with you, sir.
Fog of War out. Okay, so I've got these two.
Scout A and Machine Gunner B.
Scout is going to shoot at Rifleman B.
So that is going to be 5 or up for you, sir.
Yes. That'll do.
I had no more hands, so should I have drawn here, or do I...
No. So it comes from your discard first.
So Rifleman B.
Yep. Lovely.
Gone.
Okay, now Machine Gunner, we are going to suppress Rifleman B again.
There's a big suppression battle going on at the moment over there.
That's all it is. All it does.
Yep, that's a hit. You got a 10.
10.
Yep, that was close. You nearly missed. You nearly missed all of that. So
Break the bloody toe.
here we go. So suppressed, and that is the end of that turn. And so I hope you can see why this game would be really good. I'm actually really glad that we are playing this right now. I tell you that much. I'll tell you that for free. All right, 3, 2, 1, reveal. Oh, I could have gotten away with it. I played a squad leader, which was 7. He played his Fog of War. So initiative remains with me. I'm going to start by playing my Machine Gunner. And I'm going to suppress... Oh, hold on. That's 5, 6, 7, 8.
Just attack. You almost guaranteed to hit.
No, I'm going to suppress that Scout. I'm going to suppress your Scout. I don't want you getting to that field. If I like, this is the first phase of his trying to win the game in the back there. I'm going to try and suppress, so I need 4 dice, 1 on 8 or up. Here we go. 1 on a 10 and 1 on 9. Whew! So his Scout B becomes suppressed. Then, the last card that I have a Fog of War card in my hand. The other one that I have is Squad Leader A. And now that I've got you already suppressed, I'm not going to worry about the suppress. I'm going to attack Rifleman A. 2 shots at 6 or up. That is 2 10.
Wow.
That is a double whammy. Finally, he is gone from this game. Get out of there.
You had to shoot
Had to make sure
every single card though.
You made me work for it, and that is the end of my turn.
Okay. So I have another Fog of War. Machine Gunner, we are going to suppress. So that's 1, 2, 3, 7. Oof. Oof.
4 dice. It's alright.
Sure.
I just rolled 2 10s on 2 dice.
Yeah, let's suppress Rifleman A.
Yeah, I thought so. Why wouldn't you?
That'll do.
Yeah, there it is. He got a 10. He rolled 1. That's what you need, just 1.
Need 1. Okay, and then Squad Leader. I think.
Do you have a ping with that gunner, or are you going to move your rifleman?
Well, I can't ping with the gunner, so I can only use that card. So you can only use.
Oh, yes, sorry, that's right. Yes,
so
you can only use your machine gunner.
Yes. Machine gunner.
Sorry.
And there's little value in me attacking, so I'm actually just going to bolster. So we're going to take 2 more Rifleman Bs, put them into my deck.
It is an important squad to have in your deck at this moment.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Alrighty. See what we have here. Can you just close your eyes for a second? I would like to show the audience what I currently have in my hand.
Is it garbage?
Enjoy. This is going to be a great turn, ladies and gentlemen.
It's hot garbage, isn't it?
We'll find out in a moment.
It's hot garbage.
I'm going to play my Fog of War card, and I'm going to let you have a turn.
Okay, well, I'm going to play that.
Yep. Oh, wow.
Command.
That's a great card.
I'll get 2 more cards.
Oh, I need to, by the way, you need to have initiative.
There
You need to have the token.
Thank you. I'm going to play my scout back over. Then I'm going to play Rifleman A and B. B twice. I got 1, 2.
Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. That's what he wanted. And now for the best turn in all of sports history, 4 Fog of War cards in 1 hit.
It's a hot
It hurt my soul, ladies and gentlemen. It really hurt my soul that to draw all those 4. I cannot lie. So to give you an idea right now, if Damo happens to top deck a Scout B and a Rifleman B, he wins it.
And a
2 of them.
Squad leader.
A squad leader. Or 2 Rifleman B.
Bs.
In this turn, he wins. And he did just draw 2 more Rifleman Bs from his bolster.
I've got a massive deck.
He does have a massive deck, so we will see how he turns out.
So 4. Yes, it's 4. Good grip. Can't count.
I'm going to play that. We'll see how this one goes. At least it's not a hot garbage hand. At least I got all of my Fog of War. I mean, look, it could have given me 1 card, but no, it was 4 Fog of Wars in a critical turn that it had to happen there. So that's how you know I'm not cheating with my shuffles, because there's no way I'd shuffle myself 4 Fog of War. Yep. So for you, here we go. Did he get it?
No.
He did not get it. He got 2 Fog of Wars, but he got a Rifleman B. So he's going to have a ping.
Shot.
He's going to have a ping. Who are you shooting at?
Rifleman A.
Rifleman A. You need
Oh,
to hit.
no, let's say Rifleman B, sorry.
Hit on 6 or up, one dice, sir. Roll him over here. Does not get it. Got a 2.
Okay.
Alright, so for me, I'm going to start with my platoon sergeant. I'm going to use command and draw 2.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that yet. Apologies.
That's okay. Then, the first thing I'm going to do is play Rifleman A. Then I'm going to play Scout, or do I want to play? I'm good. So I'm going to play Scout B. Can I recon from my discard pile, or is it just from my hand? Like get rid of a Fog of War from here.
No, it's only from your hand. I'm pretty sure. Let me check.
Cool.
Let me double check. Recon. Yeah, so choose a Fog of War card from your hand and remove it from the game.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense. I would like to then... I would like to have it... I'm going to shoot at Machine Gunner B.
Okay.
Do I want to shoot at Machine Gunner B?
He doesn't want you to shoot him.
Yeah, obviously he doesn't want me to shoot him. No one wants me to shoot at them.
Just saying.
No, I think I gotta keep shooting at Rifleman B. So that's gonna be on hitting on 7 or up. To 2. That does not hit. Then I've got Rifleman A. He is now no longer suppressed already. He is going to shoot Rifleman B. 6 or up. Oh.
Flat one. That is
And then I've got
terrible.
Machine Gunner. I'm going to suppress
Someone.
Scout on 8 or up. Scout B, 8 or up.
Wow.
4 dice, suppressing Scout B. Here we
Surely
go.
one hits.
Yes! Ooh.
Well done.
Suppress that Scout, and that is my turn. Done and dusted.
There's a guy who posted online. He's a massive fan of this game. He actually remade all these tiles as metal magnets.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So it's just like this
With
metal-
like little minis and things like that?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I'd
Brilliant.
love to hear that. Oh, righty then. What do we have in store, ladies and gentlemen?
Womp.
Womp womp.
Okay.
We both played squad leaders, so he remains initiative.
Let's go play Scout. Bring Scouty Boy back.
Yep. I knew it was good to suppress him, because otherwise he would have walked straight
We
in.
are going to command.
He-
Draw 2 more cards.
Looking for squad leader B to move him in, that's what he wants.
Oh!
Did you get him? Oh no.
We're scouting.
Yep. Do you have Rifleman B in your hand? End the game. There it is.
Not quite.
Oh no, he's there.
Move. And then Machine Gunner. We are going
Who are you suppressing?
to suppress your gunner.
Fair enough. Hits. Got a 10. Alright, we are in danger country, ladies and gentlemen. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play my scout. And I am going to have to attack his Rifleman B here. So that is, I'm hitting on 4, 5, 6, plus 1 for the shield.
Sorry, I thought it was that scout. So
no, Scout A.
So, yeah,
7, alright.
So this is the first time we're dealing with shield. So it is, so the rifleman you're shooting at?
4.
4.
Plus 1 for the shield.
Plus 1 for the shield.
Plus 2 distance.
Plus 2 distance.
So 7 in total, yeah. 7 are up to hit Rifleman B. Here we go. Does not hit. Then I have to play Rifleman B to bring him online. And I'm going to inspire Rifleman B to have a ping. And he's going to be hitting... Oh, geez, that's a big ping. Yeah, what's that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got to have a shot. I've got to have a shot.
You've got to do it.
I've got to shoot, otherwise I'm going to lose. 8 are up. It's 30% chance. Oh, nope. And that misses. So I'm in trouble here. Demo knows it. We could be coming into the closing stages of this match, I think.
Let's see if the Allies can do it.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa, he's gone big. He's gone big.
Well, I don't know what you have, and I just feel like the only thing I really can do at this point. So I'm going to play my Scout, Scout B.
Yep.
And I'm going to use him to scout to there.
Mm-hmm.
Do that.
Yep.
Then I've only got a Fog of War card. Sucks. And I also have Rifleman A, so he's got to have a shot at Rifleman B.
Yep.
That is going to be 7 again.
Mm-hmm.
So 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 are up. 1 shot. Missed. I used up, you know what, my double 10.
Alas.
Did you have him in your hand?
For the game.
Well done, sir. Well done. And that is a win for the Allies here in mission, the third scenario, I believe, of this book. So, congratulations, Damo.
Thank you, sir.
On the win. That was actually the thing was about, before you made that dash for where you went, I realized what you were going to do. And I think this is, so we're in our debrief of this game, guys. So, I think that was really a really interesting take, which is there are some moves that I could have done earlier, such as my mind goes, well, I could have moved forward to give myself try to cut off your scout, but I never did that because I thought
you're always at the liberty of the deck, and I can explain it quickly. So the reason why I decided to start going this way is because there was a point where I only had 2 cards left in my deck.
Yeah.
Okay, and I knew this was one of the 2 cards left. Okay, so it was my platoon sergeant. And I knew I could use my platoon sergeant to get 3 cards.
Which you could then shuffle into your deck.
Shuffle in. Now, my deck is far too big, so it was a risk. But I also had Squad Leader B. Rifleman B that I played that turn.
Yeah.
That's why I made that decision, because I knew I could bring in a ton of Rifleman Bs. And I think I brought 2 and then another Scout into my deck. Into my discard pile. Well, effectively, my deck's only had 2 cards left to draw. It was always a risk because my fear was that you were going to start bringing your Rifleman across.
And I should have. And I realized that way too late. I realized I was way too late to bring them into this coming and grabbing the victory points over here. And by the time that I realized what I should have done, which I'm sure people will have screamed at me in the comment section, I realized now I was on defense of my goal was to stop you from getting to that particular location. That was my goal.
Never ever underestimate just how annoying gunners can be.
I was, as I said in the video, I was so disappointed that you actually killed Machine Gunner B, because he was oh no, I was gonna use I was hoping to get double machine gunners on the board and just be a super nuisance, and you got to it first. So.
And then finally, the other thing and I was going to say something, and look, to be fair, I probably should have said something when you kept attacking Rifleman A. There are 5 cards.
I should have
rifleman, and you are allowed to ask how many cards have you lost for that.
I thought I had counted. I thought I knew one of that second last one. I thought I actually had you, and it turns out no, I miscounted.
The reason being is that if you see that your opponent has already discarded,
that means he's only got it coming through once every cycle.
No. It means that I had no more. So that shit on the board
is effectively dead.
Unless
the squad leader just happens to do a last ditch of something.
But even still, that unit is effectively
Well,
dead.
see, look, I'm looking at my deck here. So I've just put my deck on display for you here if you're looking on the video, and I can look at my issue that I have here is that it's very balanced, and that probably is not actually great because it means that for example, I only have 1 machine gunner, I have 1 scout, I've got 2 riflemen, which was okay, and my squad leaders could help out. But realistically, I'm sure if I look at your deck, you'll have a lot of 1 or 2 particular units in there, which means that they have a greater chance of actually being activated at some point. So this is what I really like about the game. It is a deck builder, but at its core, though, the choices of like what cards you're actually building are actually very. You have to be very careful because as soon as you bring a chip onto the board, it becomes then having a risk of what happened with me, which is that I only had 1 kill and you hit it twice, and then before I had a chance to bolster him, he was gone.
And
I was like,
this is the thing, like I leaned heavily into my B squad.
And now looking at that, I'm like, you went all B.
Yeah, pretty much. In the end, I did, and my machine gunner, I think, was the MVP. That just kept.
Well, the fact that you were able to use, and that's the thing. I tried to do the same thing, but my problem here is that I didn't get my machine gunner more than once, so it means that he was never just continually firing. Yeah. He was doing once a cycle, and maybe twice if I had my squad leader come in the appropriate time, which thankfully it did, but that could have been a lot worse. So
yeah, absolutely. And the squad leaders are. I didn't play a lot of squad leaders, and because I was trying to use them to constantly maintain initiative. And maintaining initiative is such a big deal in this game.
And that's what I realised as well. At one point, you were actually using your scouts to maintain initiative, which was an interesting thing as well. Early on in the game, the scouts can be very good about moving forward and getting good initiative, and I found that to be a very interesting play. So, all right, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning into this playthrough. We hope you enjoyed it. We are planning to do some more of these ones in the future. Myself and Damien, Ralph is very keen to try out some more games as well with us. We're trying out a new setup. We're trying something new with sound. I know it's not the best quality, but thank you very much for joining us. Look, we look forward to seeing you next time. See you later.
Bye.